Hello Year 9. These are some verbal help instructions to help you write your instruction text on how to complete the seed fall investigation method. So if you are writing a method for seed fall, don't forget we need to have time connectives and bullet points. So we would start first of all with our first bullet point, number 1, and we would start with a time connective such as first, collect all of your apparatus or equipment. So you need to list these, and normally before we write a list we put a colon. So you would put a colon and you would say scissors, paperclip, paper, ruler, stop clock. Your second step in the method would be giving instructions about how to cut the pieces of paper up to begin with. So we want at least 8 pieces of paper, okay? And these pieces of paper need to be 10 centimetres by 2 centimetres, rectangles. So you need the same type of paper, remember, to make it a fair test. And you will need to use your ruler and a pencil to draw out the size and to cut these all so they're exactly the same. Your third step would be to cut the slits in the paper. Now remember they are 10 centimetres by 2 centimetres. So if I draw this on here, if that's your 10 by 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay, you are going to be cutting your slit up the middle here, okay, so at the 1 centimetre mark. So 1 centimetre in from the width of the paper, and you're going to explain your range. So remember the range that you decided that you were going to change. So were you going to cut slits that were, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Or were you going to go up in your intervals of 2, 4, 6, 8, okay, centimetres, or were you going to go odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, or were you going to go some of the numbers in the middle, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? So decide which ones, okay, what your range is going to be for the size of the slits, okay, and your interval, okay, that you were going to do. So I'm just going to rub all of that out. Step number 4, you're going to attach your paperclip that you can see here in the diagram to the bottom of the seed. And you're going to fold the wings back. So you need to fold those wings, okay, so that they're at a right angle to the original piece of paper. When you hang the paperclip, make sure that the paperclip is hanging off of the bottom of the seed as I showed you in the video. This helps it to spin better. And if the paperclip isn't placed exactly centrally, it won't help it to spin evenly, so it will just fall straight down to the ground. Step 5, decide on the height at which you're going to drop your seeds. Remember, this is one of your control variables that you're going to have to keep the same to make it a fair test. Whatever you decide to do where you drop your seed, okay, make sure that there are no open windows creating like a draft that would blow the seed and affect the results. But also for safety, please do not stand on anything that is wobbly, that is loose like a chair or a table, okay? And if you're standing at the top of, let's say, the stairs, please be careful. We do not want any accidents, anybody having to be rushed to A&E, particularly at the moment. So make sure you include that safety instruction actually in your instruction text. For step number 6 then, you're stood at your particular height. You're going to hold the seed between your first 2 fingers so that the wings of the seed are above your fingers, okay, and the paperclip is dangling down on the bottom bit of the paper underneath. You're going to hold it at the height. You're going to start the stop clock the moment you let it go. And the moment it hits the ground, you're going to stop the stop clock. So you might need a little bit of help to try and do this, to multitask, unless you're pretty good with your mobile phone in your one hand and the seed in the other hand. Step number 7, you're going to time how long the seed took before it hit the floor. And you're going to record that result, remember, in your table that you've already drawn. If the seed does not spin, or if it hits something on the way down, please redo that particular bit of data, okay? Do not use that data, redo it, because it will be what we call an anomalous result. For each size of slit in the wing of your seed, okay, you need to repeat it 3 times. We do this so that we can see if the results are repeatable, and then we take an average of those 3 results and we make sure we record them in the table. When we calculate our average, we make sure we ignore any anomalous results, or we repeat them if we've got time to do that. And then we will be drawing a graph from this data, so have a little think about what type of graph it's going to be. I hope that has given you some assistance and support in being able to write your instruction text. You can pause the video at any point, okay, to help you. Don't forget capital letters and full stops, and don't forget time connectives, okay, and imperative bossy verbs. Thank you, Year 9.